Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have a full guide for the 15-win championship challenge. So of course, make sure you're playing with some teammates so you can use all of these best comps. I'm about to show you. There will be some free-to-play comps as well. Of course, the rewards for these challenges is usually like a mega box, some star points and coins, but sometimes there is actually exclusive pins. So yeah, definitely make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Of course, all the best star powers and gadgets will be down below. Make sure you're liking the video if you do enjoy it, and 65% of you guys are not subscribed. We're getting really close to 200k, so make sure you're subscribed if you are not already. Of course, if you're picking anything up in the shop, make sure you're using code Tom. Make sure you're supporting somebody, and yeah, if you want to support me, you can use code Tom. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so getting into the first map here, which is going to be on Backyard Bow. So for this one, the main comp I'm going to recommend is going to be Pam, Belle, and Crow. So Pam is really good against everything. It's good against aggressive comps. It's good against, say, like thrower comps, like a Sprout comp, for example, because you have a lot of HP. So Pam is really solid in general. You got the Crow in there. Crow is really good against tanks with that slow gadget. It's amazing against tanks. Also Belle as well. Really solid mid. You're probably going to lose in like a 1v1 interaction against a Piper, but you are about to beat the tank comps a little easier. So you can just swap Belle with Piper if you would like. And as for like the free-to-play comp, we have the Buzz, Poco, and Primo. If you don't have Buzz, you can just go with like a Frank or a Bibi. But yeah, Primo, Poco, Buzz is such a strong comp. Buzz is so good right now. Primo is so good, and you put that into a Poco double tank comp, it becomes absolutely amazing. So that's why I do have Sprout in the suggested Brawlers, but not in kind of the best comps, because I feel like a lot of people are probably going to play Poco double tank. So I feel like if you're going to try and beat it with a solid comp, you want to go Crow, Bao, Pan. But honestly, I might just play Poco double tank because it's going to be so good, even though the map is open. So how you want to play that, especially if you're using Buzz, pop that Buzz gadget straight away. You want to kind of gadget up to one of these walls on their side, and then that's going to cause a lot of pressure, allow your Primo and Poco to push up. Make sure Poco is just behind one of your tanks, healing them constantly, and then you want your Buzz to go in like as soon as you get super. Say you will have supers, you want your Buzz to go in with super first, and then your Primo to follow in with your Poco, and Primo kind of clean up. Buzz needs to kind of make that opening play. But yeah, Poco double tank is going to be really good here. If you're going with a Belle comp, make sure you go Belle in the mid, and then Crow and Pam on just whichever side you spawn on. And yeah, so this is actually a pretty decent map. It's pretty easy to get spawn trapped, so definitely if you have them in their spawn, make sure you're not wasting these opportunities. If you're on defense, of course, make sure you have the ball in the corner. It's going to make it harder for them to score. And if you're on offense, you want to have the ball just behind one of their kind of defensive walls. This way it's going to make it easier to score if you do get a team wipe. Okay, so the next map is going to be Nuts and Bolts. So for this one, you're going to have basically Jean, Stu, and Sandy as the main comp here. So like there's going to be a first bolt. It's going to spawn either on the left or the right. And obviously you're not going to want to switch. Stu and Sandy are going to be the lanes, but just stay where you are because you don't want to swap. There's no point of swapping. And then you want Jean to basically go whichever side is the first bolt, because that first bolt is the most important. Also note that when you are defending, you should make sure you have that Jean pull, so you can pull the boss like all the way out, pull the bot, sorry, out of the zone, and that way it's going to be a much better defense. So yeah, Jean is kind of the defensive brawler for this comp. The next comp I have is Buzz, Poco, Primo. This one is so good in offense. I honestly recommend it. Say if you have Primo super, if you have Buzz super, and you don't even need a Poco super, but you know, why not if you had Poco super as well? Like if you have two of those supers and you have a bot, just go in with the bot, because you can pretty much end it every single time if you have that Buzz and Primo super, just because you do so much damage. So you pretty much only need one bot with that comp. Of course, if you're playing Buzz, make sure you're popping the gadget. You're jumping onto a wall to get that first bolt, or like whichever side it spawns on, because you don't have to get that. Of course, if they don't have a Buzz, you're going to have to get that even easier. But yeah, so this is how the boats spawn. Depending on which side you spawn, it's going to be left or right. It goes left mid, right mid, left mid, right mid. And essentially, you need two of those bolts, but two of those bolts to minimum draw it. But essentially, you can delay the bolt. Say if you pick up that first bolt, your enemies pick up the next one. If you pick that bolt up again, like on the left, say if the left side control, if you pick it up straight away, the bolt on the right will spawn quick enough for them to pick it up and tie. So you want to like delay it and pick it up at say 7 seconds, and that way it's actually going to give you that first bolt, because the next bolt won't spawn in time. It takes 5 seconds for basically, well, when you pick up the the bolt for it to actually travel back. So yeah, you want to basically pick it up at 7 seconds. It's going to spawn in, say, in like a couple seconds, or maybe just wait to 6 seconds to be a little bit safer. Yeah, if you pick that up, they won't be able to get it. So definitely try and play those bolts there. And yeah, this comp is really, really strong. Okay, so next up, map 3 is going to be dry season. So for this one, I recommend going with a Piper, Stu, Belle. So yeah, I don't have any throwers in like the main comps. Obviously Tick and Sprout are normally very, very good here, but if like Stu's in play, it's going to mean that the map's going to get broken up even quicker, and there's also going to be a lot of tanks, so I don't feel like throwers are going to be too good, honestly. So yeah, I have that comp, and I also have a Buzz, Primo, and Bull. So this one is a triple tank as opposed to like a Poco double tank, just because you want kind of these tanks with a lot of HP to be able to push up. I just don't feel like Pogo's that good. You can get called out quite a lot. It's quite long range. Just doesn't really suit the map. Obviously, tanks still have a lot of range, but they have the health to kind of get there. I feel like Poco is not needed. I feel like the triple tank is slightly better. So obviously we have the Buzz, Primo, and Bull. So yeah, this is really good. Just make sure you're kind of pushing up together. You have so much HP, and yeah, Buzz usually want to make that first play, but even if you're dying, you're getting your super, at least with at least with Bull and Primo. Of course, with Buzz you can get your super pretty easily anyway. So yeah, you're usually going to be pretty good with that triple tank comp. And then the Piper, Stu, Belle comp, you should have Piper and Belle come kind of in the mid, and then Stu you want to be playing obviously on the side. If they're throwers, of course, make sure you're breaking up the map as much as possible with the Piper and the Stu. And yeah, this one, you really kind of got to get the lead early. Make sure you get that first star. Really be aggressive. Either get the first star or get a kill to start the game, put you in the lead, and that way you can kind of sit back a little and get some kills as they try and like push up. Okay, map 4 is going to be Ring of Fire. So the main comp I have for this one is going to be Sandy, Leon, and Belle. So I really, really like this comp. I think it's very, very good. It has like double invis, which I think is absolutely amazing. Of course, you're going to be using that new Leon gadget. You want to put it behind the 3 barrels on the left of your screen as you see it now. And yeah, that's going to give Belle kind of some places to hide, but also like Leon can hide there as well. Sandy is like Sandy, the thing with Sandy on this map is like once you get one super, you can just keep full control. You can keep cycling that super, so it may be a little tough to get that first super. Once you get it though, make sure you're kind of getting as many shots to your net super as possible, because yeah, it is difficult to get one super, but as I said, once you get it, you can chain it a lot and hold control very, very good. Next comp we have is Piper, Rico, and Stu. So Rico and Stu, obviously some really good lanes on this map as well. I'd probably go Rico on the right, but honestly you can play either way. Of course, Piper in the mid. To be honest, you can go Piper, Belle, or Jean mid on this map, and it's not going to be too bad. You can even go Pam mid. The thing with Pam is really good against the Piper, but not so good against the Belle, obviously because you have that turret. Your shots going to be bouncing off it. So Belle kind of counters Pam, Piper counters Belle, and Pam counters Piper. So it's a little bit of rock, paper, scissors. But honestly, if you want to go Jean, it's probably going to be safe. Belle, as I said, probably a little safer as well. And I do really like that comp. Of course, you can go Poco to tank here as well. Might be a little more risky. But yeah, just make sure you're focusing on not giving them too much time. If you're Sandy, make sure you're trying to get that Sandy super. And yeah, that's about it for this map. Honestly, nothing too exciting. Okay, so getting into the final map then, which is going to be on Minecart Madness. So as soon as you spawn into this map, there's going to be 3 mushrooms on one side. Like you'll see them straight away, they're really, really small. This indicates actually which side the minecart comes on first. So if you have the mushrooms, you automatically have an advantage because the minecart is going to be pushing into your enemies, which basically means there's less space to move. So it means either it's going to be harder for them to kind of stay in mid, or they're just going to have to push back because they're going to get pushed back by this minecart, and that's what usually happens. So immediately you get off to kind of a 3-gem lead on this map. So yeah, if you have those mushrooms, you're definitely at an advantage. But these are the comps we have here. So the main comp we have is a Crow, Belle, and a Sprout. So I really like this comp here. Obviously, Belle, Crow, again, going to be able to deal with those tanks. Sprout is just such a solid pick for this map. If you're worried about facing tanks, then maybe swap out the Sprout for like a Pam or even a Griff. Griff can actually be really, really good here, to be honest. Griff's definitely pretty underrated right now. The other comp I have is a Piper, Spike, and a Pam. I don't feel like you necessarily like need any brawler. You can play Belle, Piper, or Jean in mid, and there's a lot of good lanes on this map, to be honest, like Spike, like the Crow, like Pam, and like Sprout. But yeah, you can also play Poco to tank as well. Of course, you can be playing Poco in mid, and then probably Buzz on the right, Primo on the left, and Yeah, again, like, you can win Poco the Tank pretty much against any matchup. Poco the Tank is so strong right now. But yeah, I'd probably recommend that top comp is probably going to be the best. So with that, you want to go Sprout on the left, Crow on the right, and then Belle in the mid, obviously. If you're running the other one, probably go Pam on the left, Spike on the right, and Piper in the mid. But yeah, both those comps going to be really strong. If you get those Sprout walls, just make sure you're blocking them off. And honestly, it's so easy to keep control with Sprout on this map, just because with the minecart and with your walls, you can keep them in spawn, and it's so good. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the video. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.